There we go. Hello and welcome. Glad to see you here. By seeing the channel's name, you might have noticed that this is going to be a video about SunnySide, a game I'm making. So let me fill you in on what exactly it is. When I was a wee little kid, I was going out to buy Silent Hill. I know, very irresponsible parents indeed. But that day I didn't just come back home with Silent Hill for the room. I also had another game in my hands, and that was Harvest Moon. And I think it was Hero of the Valley. Oh, there's so many games. I ended up playing that game a lot more than Silent Hill. Mind you, I still absolutely love Silent Hill, but Harvest Moon became one of my all-time favorite games. It was something completely different. It tickled my mind in a way I never knew I liked getting tickled. That sounds really horrible. From that day, not only I became an absolute fan of Silent Hill games, I also really wanted to make one of my own. Since the days of GameSpy and Game Maker and even RPG Maker, I wanted to make a farming RPG with my own characters, with my own spin on it. And it's been way too long, and I think it's about time that I start doing it. So this project of mine didn't actually start a month ago, a week ago, even 5 months ago. This started about a year ago, and this game started as a mobile game. And the reason behind it was that my girlfriend is playing a lot of farming games on her phone, and every time I look at them, I'm like, these are shit. There needs to be a good mobile farming game. And I know Stardew Valley does exist, but it's not made as a mobile game. So I was like, okay, untapped potential. Nobody has made a very good social sim / JRPG farming game on mobile, so it's time for me to shine. And I started working on that, and it was not very successful. And not many people thankfully know about this, but I guess I'm gonna spill the beans now. I even started a Kickstarter for this game. Suffice to say, it failed quite miserably, but I am kind of glad it failed, because it made me realize that was not the right idea to begin with. So, flushing all of that away, COVID happened, and I lost my job, and I was stuck at home. And this little project of mine kind of came back to life. I started a survey, and the survey said that most people would be enjoying this game a lot more on PC, as much as I would be enjoying developing it for PC as well. Mobile has limitations, both graphically and gameplay-wise, and when I started dabbling into the visuals of the game, I realized on mobile I cannot bring that Breath of the Wild farming game into life. I needed to do it on PC. The idea of SunnySide is at heart a JRPG farming game, so it has all your basic farming mechanics, but it kind of borrows a little bit from games like Minecraft and even Stardew Valley in terms of crafting, and it's a bit more expansive than Stardew Valley in terms of crafting. So I want you to be able to build stuff not just only on your farm, but outside the farm, stuff that you can use to get to places, because there is also a big emphasis on exploration. I know games like Harvest Moon and Stardew Valley don't really promote exploration as much, but this one, because it's a very Zelda-like game, I think exploration has to be a big part of it. In addition to farming, one of the things that I really always loved about Harvest Moon games was cooking, and something that I really didn't see touched as much on a game like Stardew Valley. So over here, I want cooking to be a vital part of the game. Unfortunately, I haven't implemented it yet, so I don't have any footage to show you. Alongside all of these, obviously, as exploration is a big part, fishing would be a thing in the game. It's almost a given for a game of this genre to have fishing in it. I have made the fishing mini game, but again, one of my friends is working on making the fish models, and after that is done, I'll be going over a video on how to implement fishing and how that's going to work. In addition to all of this, I thought one thing that I always really loved about Stardew Valley that was completely new to me as a Harvest Moon player, and that was combat. I know games like Rune Factory have combat on the side of farming, but Stardew Valley just did it in a way that it was really perfect. And whenever I had enough of the social sim, or I didn't have anything else to do on my farm, I would just go into the caves and start the combat. So SunnySide is going to also have combat, but I see you worrying about feature creep and too many things getting added to the game, which leads us to the roadmap of the game. So this game of mine, I do not expect to finish this anytime soon. I think this will be a 1.5 to 2 year full-time project for me, but I do want to include all of these in it. I basically want to make my own perfect farming game. So as I mentioned before, combat will have something like bow and arrow, swords, maybe even other types of weapons, because this segues us into the lore of SunnySide. So that is something I'm still working on. It's something that I'm constantly working on. You know, developers usually, and even artists, story kind of comes second to your projects, but for me it's a super important part of it, but I haven't had time to really work on it. But I have this really interesting lore which is very inspired by, again, Breath of the Wild, but also very much inspired by Nier Automata, and it revolves around this ancient race of robot-looking people that kind of helped humanity get to where they are now, and humanity kind of forgot about their existence at all, and you're trying to uncover this secret as part of the main quest line. And again, nice segue, yes, SunnySide will have quests, bit more expansive than just, you know, the jobs that you can accept in something like Animal Crossing or, again, Stardew Valley. You will actually have quests that you need to do. It really kind of delves into the story. It also combines itself really nicely with the social sim aspect. So for example, if you want to get close to this character, you will need to do their quest, help them with this. You get the idea. Now, to talk about the visuals, I'm very inspired by Studio Ghibli stuff, and I know there's been a big surge of this kind of style done with Unreal Engine and indie games recently, but I don't care, I love it, I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it my way, and so very inspired by Breath of the Wild, but I wanted to look more painted. I've added this filter over the engine recently and it looks really nice. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it. I need to do some player testing because I don't know if it just looks blurry or if it looks nice and painted. Another big inspiration for the visual and just the way the game looks has been games like Persona. It's not necessarily cel-shaded but more unlit and anime looking. So yes, SunnySide is going to be very anime. Just look forward to see a lot of waifus in this game. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Welcome aboard, and I hope you stick with the project. Next video is going to be about UI and UX, because I thought about what the next video should be, and one of the most important things in a game like this are the menus, because you spend a lot of time in those menus, in your inventory, in your crafting menu. The videos are also going to be more educational, so if you're a developer yourself, definitely stick around. I'm going to go into how to add a proper nice inventory system to Unreal Engine. It won't be a tutorial, but I will do a very deep delve into it on how to implement it. If you're coming here from the Discord, thank you for watching the video. If you haven't, definitely check the Discord in the description down below. That is the main place to talk about the game. I'm always there. I'm always sharing everything as I work on it. And if you just want to have a chat with the other members or myself, definitely join the Discord server. Thank you for watching, and see you in the next video.